Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I just wanted to go over the trade idea which I shared yesterday in our Discord or maybe somewhere on Telegram and all. I basically framed two trades, one on Nasdaq, one on YM, both were shorts. And I just wanted to go over it to make you understand how and why I took that trade, which actually helped me passing few funded accounts. You can check out my Instagram for that. Well, apart from that, let's just jump into the charts and I may drop something good to you today. Because I was feeling bored and I thought I should make a video, so here I am. So yeah, make sure you like the video and please do that, okay? Now let's just jump on to the previous day analysis we had, okay? So here is the move we were talking about. So let's go on the 4 hour time frame. All right, so by this, a lot of people will say, "Harsh, this doesn't look bearish at all." I hope it can. I don't know how to, use replay at all three at the same time, but that's okay. But yeah, if you look at this price action over here, that low was made with an SMT, here that you see, which actually caught the pump, and I was talking about this too, yes, on that day that we are going higher on Monday. And second, that we can also see that, okay, that let me just see for you that, okay, uh, so little bit perfect here that, okay, this move is higher. And even if some, generally what people see is they just don't try to understand what the bias is going to be for the day. And they're just trying to be like, oh, I'm just going to take a trade because it's bullish or it is bearish. So with this move here, we were at this fair value gap on YM on the 4 hour time frame, okay? And we had a 9:30 move to the upside, which basically caught the manipulation. I will go on that time frame. All right, so and on the daily time frame, if I can show you, I was like, let's use this. Okay, so if you look at this day, we had an SMT at the highs over here, right? So I was framing shots for the day at least to this low, and probably, yeah, mainly this low was my target for the day. And of course, the fair value gap is the next POI to target. So on this day, I was looking for shots today. So after taking out that high with the YM creating an SMT divergence, okay, so that was pretty decent trade for me. You can see how well we created divergence with, so once we came to that area, let's just take a look here, okay? Uh, yeah, so here, basically, let's just take a look here, how I took the trade, okay? So let's go on to 9:30, okay? So here you can see on the 1 hour time frame first. Let me remove this. Okay, let's remove the 9:30 candle. So here you can see we did the rejection over here. We were rejecting the high. We were not able to break that high. We also got the change in state of delivery over here. A very first initial confirmation to actually frame your bias and take shots. Now, I went on the 1 minute time frame on Nasdaq because that's often where I execute my trades on, from 1 minute to 5 minute time frame. And if I'm framing a bit long, then maybe it could be uh 15 minutes, but not more than that when I'm day trading. Okay, now let's just go over it and try and see what it does at 9:30. So I waited for 9:30. I didn't took a single setup before that. No trades were taken prior to open. I always wait. And second to that, this was a no news day. Something you have to keep in mind when you're trading, that often when there is no trading day, you can expect 9:30 to manipulate and then distribute in either direction. So again, my bias was bearish, so I was expecting some manipulation to be done at 9:30. All right, so you can see this is the 9:28, okay? uh 9:30. All right, so here look at this 9:30 manipulation which was done. I think this was a SMT2. So you can cross check it. I'm not checking it right now. So this was like, let's just go over here now. So this was the SMT, and this was the 9:30 manipulation I was talking about. So we got the 9:30 manipulation. Now the manipulation is only confirmed by two things: either a displacement, which means creation of fair value gap, or second, it could be a change in state of delivery. What I see here is that we have a change in state of delivery. We can see the series of up close candles, and once we close below this, That is something which indicates a change in state of delivery. I'm gonna say it is gonna be your order block, and that's where you can be executing your trade, to be honest. Okay, so you can take it short here, maybe take your stop, put your stop loss at the highs. Okay, and then I just use the standard deviation of this series of candle to have my TP. So let's just use that too. So this was my target. Okay, and then once we get fill over here, okay, you can see we got the entry, and in a very small span of time we ran to our TP. So this was the first trade which was delivered by the market yesterday based on our bias. I shared the analysis beforehand in our Discord, and I do share the YM trade too, which I closed BE for them because the market was consolidating a bit. But yeah, I took it and I held it. So for it's a good read. It's not about the R we call in Discord. Of course, we are way up in the month, but it's also about how you approach and how you understand the price action, which is also a very important thing. So now I should be going on a YM to and go over it to understand. So what time it is? It's 9:35. So you can see how bullish it was with the open. So anyone who will not dare to take a shot, right? But I was, like, because my narrative was pretty much clean. All right, so here once we got this, okay, and especially once we close below this, that was my entry confirmation that okay. And even if you look at the 1 hour candle, it's showing the bearish indications from this H1 fair value gap, right? So we jump from the H1 fair value gap, we have the H4 fair value gap. We also have an SMT from this high at 13. So now on M5 you can see we got the structure shift. All right, so we closed below the series of candle. That was where my entry was based off. So we closed below the series of candle. We found a change in state of delivery. All right, we also had a displacement, if you can take a look here, which is the creation of a fair value gap. So I don't really want to see price going above that fair value gap to displace. If it really went to has to go lower, it should just jump straight from here and should not really close above that fair value gap. So I use that narrative as my stop loss, and I entered the short at this market price, put my stop loss above this high, and this -2 was my TP. Pretty much 1:2, 1:2 2.353. So now it's a patience game. So see here how much time it does manipulate it. We had a 10 a.m. open. I was expecting a bit of chop, but not that much. And to be honest, near this price, I call it, okay, let's close it, the trade. If you wanna, if they wanna trade it, they can be trading it because I had nice win with Nasdaq. And this was the second trade, so I am not rushing much. And yeah, so I let it run because I had the first trade, which I didn't call. And I let it run for like full TP. So now either it's gonna be a stop loss for me or it's gonna be a TP for me. So I just waited and see, you can see how much choppy it was, like, so that was the main reason why I call it a break even day, because that's fine. I don't need a headache, to be honest. Now the next thing I do is, of course you need patience, but I was literally up 4 hour with Nasdaq chart. Now here if you see, we just had the manipulation lower, and after some span of time it just ran to our final TP. So this was the second trade. How we framed the narrative, it was pretty much simple. We start from the daily time frame. We're trying to understand, okay, it's that, okay, you can see, let me just check it if it, yeah, so you can see we rejected from that standard deviation zone at this high, right? So here it simply means you can be expecting some sort of bearishness or retracement here. Okay, so we rejected from that area. And second to that, we also had this change in state of delivery over here. Okay, this is the change in state of delivery with the fair value gap. At the same area, we got the rejection candle. And yeah, that's how I framed my short trade, and that's how we have a very good trading day. I'll be trading today too if market does offer me something. I might be looking for shorts, but I just have to see what the market does offer. But yes, for now, maybe I'll see till we have the whole London, and then I'll be watching New York. Maybe bearish again, but we will see. It's not like I'm calling my bias, okay? So if you're still watching this video, that's a good thing. That shows you are really interested in learning and not just, oh, fuck, bro, give me a trade. Sorry, but yeah. Now, let's just end the video and I'll see you in the next video. If you're still watching, make sure you give me a comment so I know you are still watching till the end. And yeah, bye-bye. Have a good day. Keep trading and make sure you have the right risk management, bro. don't gamble.